Hey guys, John Alagna here. Welcome to part 2 of my series of the home buying process. So in the last video, we spoke about getting pre-approved. You got your email set up with me through the MLS, so now you're starting to see houses that are currently on the market. And now we're out looking at homes, right? So we've gone out, we've looked at homes, and you found a home that you like, okay? So now we need to formulate an offer. So my main thing is I like to be able to give enough information to my clients to be able to make a decision for themselves. It's not me telling them what to do. I'm guiding them and I'm giving them the info that they need to make the decision that makes sense for them. So number one thing is I'm going to do comps on the house. So the house might be listed at $600,000. However, it might not be worth that. A listing agent or a seller can really choose any price they want. So we're going to do comps, and comps are basically recently sold homes that match closely to the house that's in question, the one that you like. So we're going to do those comps. I'm going to send you an email with that, and we'll go over those together. You can kind of see what the value is. We'll see, maybe the house pricing is showing that it is, priced well, or maybe it's overpriced, or maybe it's underpriced. So we're going to take that into account when thinking about the number that we're going to submit for the offer for this house. Number two is I'm going to make a phone call to the listing agent. I'm going to ask them, do they have any offers on the table? The reason I do this is because I want to know, do we have competition that we are going up against, or, and try to squeeze out really any information that we can from the listing agent that maybe he or she will share with me to help us do a better offer. And the other question that I'm going to ask them is, what is the seller looking for? And this is in regards to time frame. So we want to know, do they want a quick close on the escrow? Do we want to do a longer, maybe a typical 30 days would be pretty typical for an escrow. Longer would be considered like 45 days, which I would, shy away from. And then obviously we can do a quicker close based on the lender's ability, then we'll go ahead and do that. So we'll ask how long the escrow period needs to be, and also possession after we close escrow. Some sellers will need some time to be able to move their belongings to be able to go to the next house or wherever their situation is. So we're going to ask for a possession period. We're going to ask for the escrow period. And then also, they might be looking for some other things with contingencies, which we'll get into later. The contingency periods are certain time frames that have to do with what we're doing as inspections, appraisal, and loan contingencies. We'll get into that in another video here. The other thing that's very important is speaking with the lender and making sure that the lender can do what we're going to put in the offer. So we need to know, can the lender close quickly? Some lenders can close faster than others. And we also want to give them information on the property and have them run the numbers. Every property is going to be different. We're going to have different property taxes. And with higher property taxes, which is pretty typical in California when you're buying a newer home, depending on the city, we're going to have them run the numbers. We'll let them know what number that we're planning on doing an offer at, whether it's $600,000 or lower or higher. But we're going to give them that offer price number. We're going to tell them what the HOA is. We're going to tell them what the property tax is. And if there possibly might be a solar lease, we're going to let them know about that. We're going to have them run the numbers. That way, we're not setting us up for failure in a sense that we're going to work within the numbers that you have set forth, and also that the lender can do what we're planning on doing. So I hope that gives you some insight on how formulating an offer goes. And in the later videos, we'll start getting into what some of these contingency periods mean, and a lot of the other aspects that have to do that are a little more detailed as far as the offer goes. In the next video, we'll get into part 3 of our series here. And this one, we're going to talk about the costs of getting into a home, your down payment, closing costs, and some of the costs that are incurred up front before you even close escrow. So stay tuned for that.